Welcome, everyone, to the Go Hard Nation podcast. I am your host, Butterscud, the neighborhood thug, back to you. And we're going to talk. I've been gone for a minute, man. I had to take a little break, man, from the internet, man, and the World Wide Web for a second, man, because I was, I had a few issues I had to take care of, man, and if anybody know about men, man, sometimes we're not the multitaskers that women are, man. We're more of we have to focus in on one thing, man, so that we can get that stuff together, man. And that's something that I had to do. Life is a mother. And they ain't gonna let you slide, man, just because you're online, man, doing things, man. It's certain things you gotta take care of, man, as far as your personal health, your personal finance, your personal minute things that you have to take care of, man, so that you can live a proper life, man, live comfortably, man, do the things you want to do, man. But that's neither here nor there. I'm back now, man, and we're gonna be back to the Go Hard Nation podcast. Now I'm really glad to be back, man. It's been like a little struggle. It's been things that need to be taken care of, but we're going to talk about a few things now, man. And one of the things I want to talk about, man, since I've been gone, man, is I've saw a lot of the things I seem to be talking about are coming to fruition, man. A lot of things that I'm some of the topics that I said, man, that came up in the past, man, are starting to show or rear its ugly head, as we may say sometimes, man. One of these topics was the Tubi movie phenomenon that I was commenting on before, man, how women have taken over the Tubi. How can I say is the Tubi web as far as movies and stuff that are made, and how they're portraying themselves as these super criminals, these kingpins, and these female assassins, man. And I don't know if it's art imitating life or life now imitating art or whatever, but seems to be a issue of black women being more criminalized than usual. And I've seen this happen as there was two Instagram models or Instagram favorites, and they got caught with $2 million worth of cocaine on their way to Atlanta or from somewhere. And now where the police would automatically assume that, hey, man, they're carriers for a bigger conglomerate or a bigger cartel or a bigger issue or something like that. Now the police think they're the ones who, are the top of the food chain for the situation. Now, I warned you about this. This is something you don't want to play with. Just like they used propaganda to make the black man into this super predator and all knowing and all, top of the food chain criminal, when they know we don't manufacture drugs or manufacture guns and manufacture these cartels, man, that get drugs all over the country to everybody. Yet through movies and through certain ways of saying stuff, they made it look like we control and we're the end all to be all to all this. Now, with you guys making these Tubi movies, making these claims to be the big all-encompassing drug dealer that take over whole cities of Memphis and Texas and Dallas and everything, and that your whole you're not infiltrated because all your soldiers are women and simp ass dudes. You're putting that target on your back. You're making it look like, okay, man, if I was the one that was running everything, and we're going to start looking into your past, and we're going to start finding out what did you really run? Were you really innocent? Or were you just a common worker like everybody else? Or no, were you the kingpin and the person that was running all this stuff? You're gonna have to be careful with that. I thought at first maybe I was overblowing the situation by saying that, but now that I see, you got women basically, getting caught with $2 million worth of drugs. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's nothing that you're gonna look at and be like, oh man, they was minor bit players in this situation. Another thing that went on was the thing about the football player and he got in an argument with his woman, and the woman, in all words, just basically called a hit on him, where she used her brother and his friends to try to take this man out, or to bring forth some kind of justice that she felt she needed because he didn't do or say that she wanted, or she used the accusation of him cheating. All this is coming to play. I've seen all this play out in Tubi movies. I'm starting to see it play out in a lot of the stories that's coming out. Like I say, we talked about the Color Purple and What's Love Got to Do with It and stuff like that. All these movies are, well, I can basically put out a hit on my man if I don't like the way he's treating me. Or I can, through proxy violence, get this man deleted or punished to the ability that I want him punished to. And like I say, man, this is a slippery slope. This is an issue, man, that you're gonna have to wear that jacket when it comes home, because like you say, man, when these women see these movies and when these men see these movies, they start to feel as though, okay, she's not a woman anymore. She's my equal and my adversary. And when these women start seeing these things like, okay, yeah, I can run a cartel, basically. I can run a gang, and when something goes down, I don't have to wear it because I'm a woman. I'm different. Now, we just saw in Bankhead, there was a woman assassinated. 2 gunmen have come out of nowhere and killed this lady, and not kill the male Uber driver. So that was a concise hit that was put on that lady. That's not a crime of passion thing. That's not that she was mistaken identity. No, she was picked out and chose for that hit. Now, I don't know if it was over some, hits like that usually come over stealing from people, taking money, or snitching, or, you know what I'm saying, or gang-related issues. I know the streets, so I know when I see a hit like that, it's not I caught my girl cheating, or I found this young lady, man, I could rob or something like that. No, this was a concise hit. So this was something that this lady was involved in that got her caught up in this situation. And I'm saying to young ladies, man, this street game ain't no joke. Us black men been going through hell because of the stuff that we've been accused of doing, and how everything is rigged against us, man, through child support and drug cartels and racketeering. How you could just claim you could have a wrong color on. You could be riding with a gang member and could be caught up in the situation. So these young ladies, you're gonna have to watch yourself thinking that you're pulling these licks on cats, or think you pulling these licks in the street, and that stuff ain't gonna come back on you, on your kids, on your family. You know what I'm saying? We've been going through this shit for years, man. I live, like you say, man, us men, we get pulled over and picked up for nothing sometimes, just to see what we up to. When they see too many black men standing together, that's a threat, and it could be a problem. You don't want to go through that same problem, man. That's something that is not indicative of what women go through. But if you put yourself and you make these movies and you make these plays like you guys are like us, and you want this equality, you're going to get that equality. You're going to get the same ass whipping we catch. You're going to get the same football numbers we catch. You're going to get the same ass whippings we catch. And the same bullets out there for you too. So you're going to have to be careful with that. That's something that you shouldn't play with. When I see these Tubi movies now, you say I'm not here to tell you what you can make or what you should not make. But if you put yourself in the situation of what's black men, you're gonna find that you're gonna have a problem financially, and then just staying alive and staying out of jail, because the black woman is now the target of someone that can get thrown in jail and get football numbers, and they'll forget all about you. They don't care nothing about you, your kids, or your family. They've been doing that to us for years. You're gonna see that's not cute. I see y'all make these movies thinking this shit is cute. That shit is not cute to be around here telling everybody that y'all was running shit the whole time and don't think these folks are gonna look back around and try to figure out, well, we can get them too. And it ain't because they're scared that you gonna mess up the community. That's just who's gonna stay in these jails. This drug game seems to be winding down with black men. Somebody else got to pick it up. And we're not trying to lock our own people up. So the next best thing is these women and their children. You soft targets to them. You something that they can jump on easily, man, and they can make a case against you. And the case don't even have to be legit. It could be some shit they made up. It could be a problem that they just have with you. And instead of you being the Bill Cosby's of the world, they're going to figure out something like Oprah or, any woman of power or means. They're going to figure out a way to take her wealth and well-being and stuff like that just because they can do it. So be careful. This Tubi movie phenomenon, man, I ain't never thought it would get like this, but it will. Nothing to play with. Now watch this woman in the football, the athlete that played for Miami and used to play for the Giants and stuff. We all know his name. I think Thurman, whatever. But he had got in an argument with his woman, or perceived woman. She wasn't his woman. She had a man. She was married. But when they feel as though a lot of these women, I don't understand it, man. I can't get it. I don't know what the hell it is. These women can be dating. They can be married to a man. They can be going with have a long-term relationship with another man. They can be out here tricking, all kind of stuff. But if they think you doing it, you're the cheater. How is this woman married? How are these women out here? They dating. They're damn near tricking. And but yet they think you're supposed to be, just have one woman. You just supposed to be under him. Well, anyway, this football player, he was dating this girl who was married to another person. She went in his phone and found out he was dating another woman. She basically assaulted this man, took his phone and broke it, and then called her brother and his friends to come out here and attack or kill this man. She basically said, shoot this motherfucker. That's a hit in the streets. That's a called in, bona fide hit on a dude that didn't do what she wanted him to do. So when this man retaliated and pulled out his AR and pumped them shots back, all of a sudden he went back. He's in jail. He's fighting for his life in court. That brings in the bigger picture, man. The bigger problem is the black man cannot protect himself properly no matter who's coming at him. White, black, male, female. There's always an issue where we need to show constraint. Where we're the problem, and then we should always be here showing constraint when abuse or that fire come our way. How's that? How are we supposed to sit here and we stay under assault? We constantly under assault, man. I'm constantly feel sometimes that the black man stays under some kind of assault, man. If it's not from the police, not from white men, white women, black women, we under some kind of assault. And then back to the thing I was talking about, They make Tubi women like they the ones that's under attack, under assault, and they the ones are the kingpins. So let them take that beef. I'm gonna let y'all feel that for a little while. Wear that jacket. You understand, man? That's nothing to play with. Because from the powers that be, that ain't nothing but bait, baby. You setting yourself up. You setting yourself up for the motherfucking letdown. And we gonna be right here to let you down, right into them 20 to 30 to life penalties. So watch what you do. Go back to the love stories. Go back to the niggas did me shit type movies, because if you go into these Tubi Kingpin movies, you're going to feel the wrath. You're going to get treated like everybody else gets treated. You walk around with Ben Tigers, Gucci, you know what I'm saying, and logo brand stuff all over you and stuff like that, and you don't think nobody see and do the math in their head with how much that stuff come up to. Gucci bags and Birkins and all that stuff can be traded in. So watch when you walking around thinking that ain't nobody paying that shit no mind. They pay this shit they're paying everything mine now. So that's not something that you need to play with. You know, as men had to understand early, man, that flashing can get you toe off, period. Flashing gets you labeled as food. Women, you could be labeled as food, especially when you can't protect yourself like you do, like you're supposed to. How you walk around with over 100 grand worth of stuff on, you don't have no pistol. Or you walking around here and you don't know how to keep anybody off of you. You riding around here in late night, you're in your little Gucci and your furs and your product, but you going to gas stations pumping gas, and you going to clubs and getting super drunk and not having nobody around with you that can protect you. See, us guys, man, we've known this for years, that these streets are rough, man, and if you don't protect yourself, man, the ones that you be seeing get got, and you be thinking, no, everybody don't get got. There's plenty of guys out here, man, they can go out and flash and floss, but they can protect themselves, man. When you go out here thinking you can do the same thing, going overseas to the Dominican Republics and places like that, man, black men been got over there plenty of times. White men have too. So now they learn how to control and protect themselves over there, man. You know what I'm saying? They got security groups over there, man. They can watch your back while you partying and stuff like that. Y'all women don't believe in that. Y'all don't understand that, because you so worried about I don't want everybody in my business type thing. But when you doing business over there, you're going to have protection. You're going to have, you can't go out here with $30,000, $40,000 watches on and think that nobody see that. You know what I'm saying? The Rollie ain't the only expensive watch. Your bag ain't the only bag that's expensive, man. There's plenty of bags out there, and these foreigners know it. So keep playing around if you want to, man. Keep talking that equality stuff. You're going to get treated equal. You're going to see the game for what it is. Rough, tough, and not fair. So understand this. We're not here to, I'm not here to shit on your parade or to tell you that you can't do what we do and this and that. I'm telling you, man, that it's not the same. It's not what you think. Stunting on your girlfriends ain't the same as stunting on a group of cats that see, I can get this chick for grands and not have an issue with it. And then when us older folks will realize, man, that's not part of the game, getting women. But when you in the game, these younger folks don't see the difference. And these Tubi movies are the problem. These Tubi movies make you think that, oh shit, I just got me a female Meech. All I had to do is just take her down. And then you getting treated with gunplay and people robbing you. Or worse. So be careful out here, man. We're not here to play games with you, man. This wasn't one of my this ain't what I really wanted to talk about at first, but I think I mentioned it before, so I'm gonna mention it again. That's why I didn't put any artwork out on this one today. You can see the artwork in the back. So just pay attention, man. I'm always here for us black artists and everything like that. But I also do a show where I do current events. And these current events that I see are issue. Can't look at this as a one-time thing, man, because like I said, it bothered me when I saw these movies. I was seeing these movies, man, and it was making us out to be total sissies, for better word. I mean, for the word I can think of right now, it's making us out to be simps, suckers, and the women are all these kingpins and had it rough. And don't get me wrong, man, I know there's some women that had it rough, man, but I know a lot of black men whose family just rolled out on them, man, put them out. I don't know too many women that went through that. I ain't said there isn't, but man, I know I got good friends, man, who their families just turned their back on. Their mothers turned their back on because they looked like their fathers. I've seen cats put out in the streets for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've seen women mothers beat on young boys, punch them in the chest and fight them like they was grown men because they didn't do anything, did something they wanted them to do. And if y'all want to live like that, y'all want to make yourselves out to be them kind of cats. I'm not talking about a mother that talk bad about you, but let you stop. I'm talking about put you out. And these were nice areas like Georgetown, where a guy was like, his father got a new stepmother, and she didn't want him around, so she put him out. So, I mean, maybe there might be a few women out there like that, but I haven't met them like that. Not no large amounts, but I met plenty of young black boys who don't come home, don't come over here no more type shit. Now, if you want to live like that, or if you said your life is like that, I'm sorry for you. But these are the cats who run the street. These are the cats who out there all the time having to go through it. So if you don't want to put yourself in that situation, I don't want to be in that situation. I took to the streets because I kind of had a kinship for it felt like. Yeah, my times was rough. I had, difficult situations, but not like a lot of these cats I know. A lot of these young dudes I knew, man, they got some hard lives. And if you think you want to be part of that, or you think you want to associate with them cats with no background and violence, be my guest. But you better be careful out here. This ain't no joke, man. Stick to other thing, man. Try to do better, man. I know the street sound alluring, man. Like I said before, man, you look at these John Morants and you wonder why these cats go so hard. They make themselves look like the street game because, man, those cats that been ostracized and left to their own, abandoned in the streets, and they ain't the Pookies and Ray Rays because they just came out to be a Pookie. These cats have been left out on the streets. These cats been put out. These cats been left destitute financially and mentally and physically. So, if you think that Pookie Ray Ray shit is because somebody want to be that way, no, you sadly mistaken. You got women that have put their boys out because they can't be in the same house with them because they getting a certain Section 8 or certain, they living in these parks and they get to a certain age, these boys can't be around. So they got to get put out. You know what I'm saying? And they say they don't, but I know a lot of them that do it, and they don't do that to their women on a regular. So be careful when you want to be the street and you come up with these Tubi movies, man, where everything is hard and stuff, and a lot of women won't own that kind of game because they didn't have to live that kind of game. A lot of these black men have. So I'm telling you once again, watch that talk, watch that. Man, these movies you make because you may not be the one, but you're setting these women up to be the next up the bat for this stuff. So, like you said, don't get me wrong. I know plenty of women who, they just gravitated to the streets because they want to get high. or they were runaways and they can't get along with somebody, so they got to hang with certain groups, and they can only hang for a certain amount of time until they start getting on each other's nerves or getting on other people's nerves, and then they get mad when the tables turn, and then they feel as though, man, I got to go somewhere else, but I'm gonna snitch on this dude and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna steal his stash before I go, and don't think that nobody deal with them. That's why a lot of these women, man, that don't want to be on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, because they done did some dirt in the streets and they don't want to get seen. So it ain't always well, man, I don't get on that stuff because I'm bigger and better. No, you can't get up there because if somebody see your ass, they gonna come find you. So that's another issue, black man, when you be looking at these women and I don't mess with I ain't into Facebook and YouTube. That's because they done did some dirt somewhere and mama, now they gonna want to be seen. So be careful out here. This stuff is crazy, man. I ain't never think that when I said that about the YouTube phenomenon, I ain't know it was gonna jump off that quick. But it's jumping off now. So, that was something I didn't want to harp on, man. But that's the issue I had to address that, man, because I'm going through it too much, man. I see all these things, like you said, I done aged out of that street shit. But I started to see a lot of these women think that stuff was cool. That stuff is not cool, man. You come down here acting like you the baby Meech or female Meech or something like that. And you ain't, you know what I'm saying? And you running Johnson, ain't no bodies drop. Because the cats I know that do stuff like that, man, bodies drop behind that stuff. That ain't nothing to be playing with. I shouldn't even really be talking about that shit. But, that's not me anymore. So be careful out here. We gonna get back to the art though. But, that's part of the podcast. Me talking on current events, man. That was something that I really had to get into, man, because it's a lack now. There's not really any sports on right now, so I got time to check on other things other than just talking basketball, football, stuff like that. Man, we already know that look like Denver gonna take this one. Congrats to them. I think this will be their first championship. Murray looking tough. I talked trash about Jokic, but he seems to be doing his thing, man. Shout out to the European basketball player, man. They finally gonna get the recognition that they deserve to me, but some may not. But I feel as though they deserve it. So shout out to that, man. After this, it don't seem to be in the Olympics. I'm a track and field man. I don't really see any track and field going on, so I guess I gotta wait the football season. So we're gonna be getting into these current events. I also know that if you're a real cat, you out in these streets. We don't all sit in the house all day and contemplate and pontificate on things. We out here in these streets, we working. That's why I took a little time because, like I said, I had financial things I needed to take care of. I had certain situations that need to be done. I hope everybody's out here taking care of their business, handling what they got to handle, get your health in order. Hope you guys, man, you're taking your nitric oxide supplements, your vitamin D, your vitamin C. I like to stay on top of that, man. Eat your fish and your salmon, man. And get your health right, man. Get your hair and your skin, teeth in order. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do these things. Takes a minute, takes a while, but once you do these things, this all will help you better in life than any amount of money, any amount of style, any amount of class, any amount of flossing that you can do to anyone or anyone can do to you. Get your health in order. Get your mind right. And for those who need it, get your soul right. So we can all benefit and you can think clearly in the things that you do. All right. I think this is a decent comeback. I'm gonna get back on this podcast thing, man. Like you say, it was Sometimes you need a break. But now I'm back. No breaks. All business. Out here trying to get this paper. I hope you are too. And we're going to sign out right now. I'm glad to see everyone. And I hope you pay attention and come back to see me soon. Like, share, and subscribe to the Go Hard Nation podcast. I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram if you want to check me out. And TikTok now and then. Hoping to be bigger on that too. So I'm glad to see you. Hope to see you soon. And we're signing out right now. Thank you.